All right. Once again, we are back like we never left. Sunday night, 7:30 live in the man cave. Want to say what's up and welcome to everyone. First of all, I want to say thank you all for taking some time out your busy schedule on a Sunday evening and rocking with us. We do appreciate it. Don't take it for granted. Before we get started, I want to say what's up to the All State PG. What's going on with you, boss?
Not much, man. How you doing?
Hey, I'm good for a Sunday evening, man. I won't complain. Won't complain. We are short with our other co-host, All State coach, right now, but we sure he'll jump on here at some point.
Yes, sir.
So, got a question for you. I guess this is just you right now. I read this the other day. You being a PG, I'm sure you may be able to have some deeper insight on it. Kevin Sampson, we talked about him last week. You know, the coach at Houston, and he said he tweeted this. Well, he said I saw it on Twitter a couple of days ago. He said it's three people who can never have a bad practice if you want to have a great program. He said A, the head coach, B, your best player, and C, your point guard. What's your take on that?
I agree. I totally agree. Especially the point guard. I don't know. Best player more so about just the motivation of everybody. He got to be consistent with that. But the leadership point guard has to have. I can recall year in year out when I just came in. I didn't even talk in practice and just show bad body language. Coach Gibbons would just give me the business because it just brought a different kind of energy to the team. And when you're young, you don't understand that. But I definitely agree. I think that the point guard leadership is probably the most valuable, depending on how important he is, because of he's like the second coach. He's the flow general.
Okay. Coach Billy D, All State PG, welcome in, sir. Same question to you. I said, I don't know if you heard it or not while you were jumping on, but I said Kevin Sampson had a quote I saw on Twitter earlier this week. He said it's three people who can never have a bad practice if you want to have a great program. And A, the head coach, B, your best player, and C, your point guard. What's your thoughts?
I've seen that quote before. Um, I think it's important for those people to give everything that they got. You know what I'm saying? For those people to bring it every day. But define a bad practice though. Like maybe I go in practice, I can't hit the side of the ocean. You know what I'm saying? But those people cannot have bad practices by effort, attitude, work ethic, and things of that nature. They got to set the tone. So I do agree with it from that standpoint.
Okay. All right. Well, do you have anything in the coach's corner?
I do, coach, but I'm gonna hold off on it. I'm gonna hold off on it.
I just want to congratulate all the young men for making it through the summer. All who made their high school teams who are new. Congratulations on that. It's basketball season now. Y'all start playing next week. Um, just excited to see another great year. I think we're gonna have a wave in Polk County with the new regions and the new districts that we'll have two, possibly three teams at the field house, at the White House. I mean, at the White House, and I'm excited. I think this is gonna be a very interesting year of basketball. So congratulations, then especially congratulations to KJ for signing his letter of intent for his scholarship to Florida A&M. Super excited about that. I couldn't make it like I was supposed to, but just congratulations to him for following through and being committed to FAMU. You know, now he can just play. You know, I was one of those type of kids. I signed early with Coach Gibbons at Florida Southern. And you know, it's kind of a breather sometimes. You know, a lot of people be like, well, why you didn't wait? But I think that's the best move, you know, to go ahead and do what you're doing, enjoy your senior season.
But just to piggyback off that, we don't want to start with KJ. You know, Dylan James signed with Georgia.
Did he? I didn't know he signed. I didn't know he signed. So
He
congratulations.
did. He signed also. They actually had a huge signing at Winter Haven. I know Dylan signed and Breasia Washington signed with Florida Southern as far as
Oh,
basketball goes.
well, yeah. Congratulations to that, man. I've been kind of out of the loop, so you know I'm firsthand with KJ, but I ain't really been on our page, the Polk page, to even see anything that's been going on. You know, this is my busy week. It's the business week right here, so I've been kind of on a different zone right now. But congratulations to them too.
Congrats on signing, making it official. And as you said, after Friday at what, like 10:30-ish, it became basketball. And then I guess Saturday about 9:30-ish, it became basketball season for a lot of people. It became basketball season in Bartow, in Arbondale, in Lake Gibson, Fort Meade. It's still football season at Lakeland. It's still football season at Lake Wales. It's still football season at Frostproof. Am I missing anybody? Like everybody else, it's basketball season, right?
I don't know, but I like Lake Wells to win it all. They play.
Everybody else, it's shoulder pass to the left and helmets to the right, except for
Tough out here.
Shout out to Lake Wells.
Oh man! Oh, what Haven too. It's still football season at Winter Haven too. So.
I know this football. I know we got the guys already ready to get on, but where did Winter Haven come from? Winter Haven lost to Kathleen at the beginning of the
season. Their district was set up for them or Bartow to make it.
No, they're like 8-3. I saw.
Winter Haven,
Kathleen.
Winter Haven made it. Lake Gibson made it, and Bartow made it in that region.
And we know Kathleen was grade A. So where this came from? Did they have ineligible players that they was waiting on to come in, or that was the wake up call?
Man,
you know the way the semester is set up now, you don't get eligible to the semester, bro.
No, I don't know that.
So
yeah,
shout out to Haven, man. I mean,
shout out to the Haven, man. They won, man. They advanced to the next round, man. So, and I think if they win,
they had a turnaround season. But I saw they were 8-3. That's a huge turnaround after losing Kathleen. Yeah. I thought they were done.
Yeah, and they actually got a shot in the next round. They got a decent shot to win the next game too. So, yeah, we nobody was talking about them. I mean, you know, Lakeland and Lakeland and Lake Wells get all the headlines, and you know, rightfully so. But when Haven is in there, and like Frostproof won. Frostproof beat Sarasota Booker like 34-31 in the shootout. So they still in it too, down south in the west.
That's great, man, to see. So the county representing the football, basketball, him. That's good to see, man.
Yeah, man, and that's the other thing too. With all Winter Haven I've been through football wise, you know, it was a mess over there. And that coach, brand new, they got a first year coach football too, and to get them to the playoffs and to win, win this game and still be playing. That's a testament to him. So shout out to Winter Haven on the football. I know we talk about basketball all the time, but shout out to Winter Haven football, man. We that's very impressive. It's surprising and it's also impressive. So
we got both guys on, man. Y'all ready?
Okay, so all right, so we're gonna transition. We did a couple of rookies a couple weeks ago. no disrespect to call them rookies, but I mean that's what they is until they get some experience. So tonight we got a couple OGs in the man cave. Guys been at it for a while, so this should be interesting, fun, educational. Always good to have both these guys in the man cave. So without further ado, we want to welcome Coach Anthony Jones from Davenport and Coach Eric Robinson from Arbordale to the man cave. Welcome, fellas.
My first is Billy D and Aunt Mo at the
I,
same
I was waiting. I was waiting. I was waiting on it. Took 3 minutes and 27 seconds. I was like, how long is it gonna take for this guy?
Is y'all at the same house?
Come on. I hate you.
I knew it was coming, Coach.
Yeah,
I was waiting.
I hate Toma, bro.
I was waiting. I was waiting. I'm like, boy, they ain't gonna let me down. He ain't let me down either.
Just for that, I'm gonna change it.
You know y'all ain't Bucks fans, so hey, where the popcorn at?
Oh man. So hey man, before we get started, like we always do, want to give both y'all a chance to just kind of speak on anything, say hello, introduce yourself. Both of y'all guys had some pretty impressive victories yesterday over in Bartow. So get a chance to say what you want before we jump in and start, asking you questions or whatever. So however y'all want to do, whoever want to go first, it's on y'all. Y'all
well, I was taught to respect my elders, so I'm gonna go ahead and let Mr. Robinson go ahead and take the floor and go first.
But you sound so professional now.
Yeah, on the screen, all I see is a grand piano back there in the background.
Billy D in front of him.
You know what?
Yeah, yesterday I wasn't, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get over to Bartow to coach the guys up. I had our youth league with about 400 kids that we were trying to get up and running, so I missed yesterday. But I heard the guys had a good showing. They've been working hard in the off season. Kind of looking forward to the season and what is to bring, and just excited about another year at the helm.
Well, Coach, I asked Coach McGriff today at church about the games, and I know you wasn't there, but what did you just from your coaches who went over to coach and your expectations going into that, what were you looking to take from that? And I'm sure you've watched film of it since the game. Was there any pluses from young guys? Like, what did you take from? I see you had the biggest lopsided victory, but what were you able to take from that this early in basketball?
Yeah, I think for us, just seeing the transfer, Jakeem Collins come in and start to look a lot more comfortable than when he first joined us over the summertime. Just getting the chance to play a lot of games and a lot of oxygen with the other guys, and he's just gotten so much more comfortable than you could tell when he first came in. He was a little bit nervous. We've just constantly been telling him to just play his game. Play your game. Nobody's gonna stop you from being who you are because we know you can play. And that was one of the main things that I got out of yesterday. And seems like the kids after a while start being a little selfish, but for the most part, that was the positive that we got out of everything.
Well, Coach, I do have another question for you. I was kind of excited to see that you guys were on, and me and you've had a great relationship. You coached me with the TMAC team after I got out of college. We try to talk every now and then and stay in touch with each other. How much of a difference is it for you to be on campus now? Is that a benefit for you with your program compared to when you were working at the rec? Being on campus, what do you see as the biggest difference for you and your program? With you being able to be on campus?
Man.
Congratulations with that.
Man, I tell you, it's been a blessing, man. Just being there to being able to see the kids every day, even if they're not in my class, maybe being able to sit down and have some lunch with them on my lunch break. Just building more relationships outside of basketball, getting a little closer to them. I know we spend a lot of time together, but it gets a little more personal when you can walk in the gym without a ball bouncing and being able to sit down and just talk about life, talk about family, things that might be bothering them or why they got a C in a class, just stuff like that. It's been a blessing, standing in the hallways, being able to see kids that I've never seen before, or why aren't you playing basketball? My grades are bad, and now they know coaches on campus, and they're actually working a little bit harder in school. I walked up on a 6'6" kid that didn't have grades, and now he's a junior and he's right there, so he'll be able to help us come January. It's just things like that. I mean that I know that if I wasn't on campus, wouldn't happen. So it's really been a blessing for me and also for the young men to be able to put a little more time in the gym. Quiet time, no other kids in the gym with, running around, stuff like that. So it's been really good.
Coach Jones, your intro, sir, if you choose to use it.
Oh man, I guess first of all, just like to thank you guys for uh, inviting me on. It's a pleasure to be here. You guys have been doing an outstanding job. Uh, I'm fans of the show, and I appreciate everything you guys are doing. So, kind of likewise to what he was saying, um, we're excited about the season coming up. I was very pleased with our effort on yesterday. We didn't close the right way, but it's early. We got to work on that. We were up 20 at one point in time in the second half, and I can't explain it, guys. Just relax or what have you. And we just absolutely did not close in the right fashion. You can tell some guys started panicking and things of that nature. But overall, from a big picture standpoint, I was real pleased with what I saw, and I think it's a testament to the work we've put in this summer and this fall. Our kids have really bought in, and they've been chopping wood all summer and all fall. So I'm just proud of them. I got to give them some props on that, because we know in Polk County how physical it gets, and you kind of got to get it out the mud. And our guys understand that, and have bought in that they just got to come in and work, chop wood, and that's what we've been doing. Been doing it as a group. The participation has been really high. We had the outstanding defensive camp when Coach Gibbons came in. Guys were participating in that. Even the JV guys hopped in and were very attentive and appreciative of everything. So kudos to the guys for doing that. We're proud of them. We're ready to go.
So, Coach, last year you took over. You're not new to coaching, but you was new to a brand new school, brand new program, everything brand new, everything, you establishing everything is the first time at Davenport. So and you got started late last year. So talk about how has it been having a full summer, full fall, full spring, and just what's been the difference from year one of starting from scratch to where you're at now?
Oh man, it's just been a blessing. I think everybody that's coached understands that, or understand the importance of the summer, and just being able to have one summer, I can just see the difference. The guys, just the way they react to some of the teachings, they react to some of the adjustments, uh, the accountability piece. They're even reacting different to that. A lot of times before I even blow my whistle, they see me just pick my whistle up. They already know to go to the baseline because guys missing layups or doing whatever. So they already know what time it is. So it's good to be on somewhat on one accord with your program. Sense of brotherhood. I see guys taking ownership of the program. You know, you can't have a good program if the head coach got to be the bad guy all the time. You know what I'm saying? You got to have leaders. And I'm starting to see where guys are stepping up and they're getting on to other guys and they're getting on to each other. And that makes me proud as a coach because I can't police everything. And I can't play either. You know, I'm here to oversee everything and make sure, you know, things run in the right fashion. But at the end of the day, you know, those guys got to get, you know, between that triangle, that rectangle and get the work done. So it's been a blessing, man. I'm pleased with where we're at. I'm pleased with the progress. We got a long way to go. Got to keep chopping wood, but I like where we're at right now. I think we're trending in the right direction, and you know, guys buying in. The culture is established now. They know what to expect. We got a couple new guys came in, but one of them I've been coaching since 4th grade, so he already knew what time it was. So we're in pretty good shape, and I like where we're at. Would like to have more length and more size, but I think that's pretty much every coach. But we're pleased with where we're at and where we're headed, I think.
Well, to your point, Coach, I'm asking you and Coach E the same question I asked the PG and the coach before y'all jumped on. Read a quote from Kevin Sampson earlier this week. And he said that in order for you to have a great program, 3 people can never have a bad practice. And he said, A, the head coach, B, the best player, and C, the point guard. And you kind of just touched on that you can't do everything. So what is both of you all's like take on that assessment from Coach Sampson?
Go ahead, E.
Yeah, man, you know, he definitely hit the nail on the head because I mean, I know for me, I expect so much out of my point guard. Trying to get him to be more vocal. I mean, he can play, he can do, you know, he can do everything. A great kid, a great student, great teammate, you know, but the vocal part of things, that captain's leadership, we're looking for. We're looking to get more of out of Kerman. You know, and then from a coaching standpoint, you know, I try to get my day going, you know, from jump 4:30 in the morning, try to get some gym time in just to kind of get my mind right. I mean, and now I was talking to one of my assistants today about just after school things, you know, on game days, just things like that, just to, you know, constantly get my mind right and be focused on, you know, more basketball. Cause you know, this really in 21 years, this is my first time where, yeah, I know we're at school. I got to take care of my job first, but for the first time in 21 years, I have a lot of time to really focus on, you know, being able to study more when it comes to the playbook or watching film, you know, and then just making sure that my kids are doing the right thing. So yes, sir, that is a definite. And before I go off to Coach Anthony, I want to tell Coach Toomer, the PG, it has definitely been a pleasure, and watching him and his hard work is always it always pushes me to want to work and do better. So I watch him all the time and the things that he's constantly doing, and Coach Billy D with constantly pushing them Winter Haven girls to be the best they can absolutely be. You guys constantly drive me to want to do and be better.
Appreciate that, Coach.
Wow, that's tough to follow up right there. You said some good stuff. It's kind of like a comedian coming in behind Dave Chappelle. It's kind of tough right here. Eric, so from now on, I'm going first, guys. Just on the other question, just a heads up on that. But nah, just messing with you a little bit. But I think that's a very interesting quote. That's very interesting because I think the point guard is like a quarterback. I'm a football guy too, so point guard and coach, man, I just think they almost have to be joined at the hip. It just because he has the ball so much. Most point guards have the ball a lot, just like a quarterback. So you really need to have a good effort from him and good energy. And I think we all understand your horse or your best player got to bring it. I mean, everything runs smoother when your stud brings it. So in my career, we've had a couple guys like that. Dominique Williams was like that over at Haines City. He just brought it every day. You know what I'm saying? When when practice was over, we would walk outside and he would wring his shirt out every day. And you would swear he just came out of a rainstorm. He worked like that pretty much every day. No behavior, no attitude, things of that nature. So right now, I think I have one of the better leaders that I've ever had, even from an assistant coach position in all my years coaching. I mean, I could think of a couple guys. Derwin James was the best leader I've ever seen. I played football with his dad. His dad was a great leader. But Derwin James was probably the best leader of men or young men that I've ever seen. My point guard now, Quintavious Tip, we call him Tip. He's I think he's a little opposite of what Eric was just saying, kind of with KK. Um, I'll say this: I had a long tenured coach stop me after our game, and he said, "Coach, man, I'm impressed with how you guys look, but for some kind of way, you got to ring in your point guard a little bit because he's a great leader, but man, he's mouthy. Like we're related, so I think that's a factor as far as our relationship and how we talk to each other a little bit. But he's a warrior. He's super defensively mindseted. Um, he wants to be nose to nose with the opposing point guard from the jump ball to the buzzer. He has a high understanding of rotation, help side defense, and run and jump. And the kids respect the heck out of him. This is year 2. The school is year 2, so this is his second year with us. And he's doing a great job of leading our guys along with Chase and EJ. But Tip is doing a great job as far as being that lead guard and that consummate warrior on and off the floor. He's getting it done in the classroom also, so I got to mention that. He's from the Orlando area, and he's moved with me, and since he's been with us, he's gotten some of the best grades of his life. So I'm proud of him on the court, but more proud as far as how he's bringing it off the court. So, I agree with that quote. Try to shorten this up a little bit, but I do agree with that quote. It's a good quote, and I think it's very accurate.
Okay.
Coach E, how you doing this evening?
Good, my man. How you?
I'm doing well. Coach E, you're in year 21. First of all, that's a blessing to be in coaching that long, and we surely appreciate you in the impact that you had on these young men. I was reflecting on something earlier today, and we was talking about how it's important for a head coach to have resources, people that they rely on, that's maybe not on their bench, that they can always call and get advice from, or maybe get strategy from in order to get better. You know what I'm saying? I had Bernie Hayes on my bench, but I also had people like Coach Austin, Coach Hannerhan down at Warner, Coach Scott Williams that I always reached out to, my old coach, Coach Graham, that I always reached out to, in order to make me better. Who are some of the influences still, in year 21 that you reach out to, and how has, that impacted this team? Because last year's team, it's a totally different team coming into this year.
Yes, sir. Um, Coach, that's a great question, man, because I've had folks that coached me. My coach, actually, Coach Dierdorf, that he would stop by the community center and we would chop it up for hours just talking about different things and maybe sets. Or back when he was coaching me, he did a lot of zone stuff. So, he just talked me through a lot of zone type of plays. Coach Ty Willis, that was my coach when actually probably got me started playing a little basketball in high school. We talk a lot. And then, you know, I'm not afraid to reach out to guys that have done it and have done it well, that are still in it. I mean, Coach McGriff and I, we talk at least once a week or so, just about different things, whether it's scheduling or whether it's how he might do something over there or how I might do something on my side of town. Like we stay in communication about just things that I always feel like can better me, and even after 21 years, man, I mean, if there's a coach's clinic that's going on, I'm trying to be a part of it. It's just I just don't feel like there's ever too much to know. There's always something that I can learn from someone else, and then having Coach Giles over there at Polk State, coaching him and then being able to chop it up with him about the different styles and how he might do something at the college level. I mean, I if I get a chance, I'm at his games and we talk all the time. Just to, I just don't feel like you can ever know too much. So yes, sir, I do have those friends, buddies, that I do reach out to from time to time, just to continue to do the things that I do in order to make our team better. Like you said, this team is definitely different. Our guard play is going to be a lot better than it was before. Um, and right now we're just trying to lock in on defense because I feel like from every position we can score the ball. So if we can get everybody to play together defensively, I think we'll be pretty good.
Awesome, Coach. Coach McGriff didn't talk to me during game week. So do he talk to you during game week?
Not during.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so here go a hot seat question for both of y'all. I know you. I know the friendship, the brotherhood that you guys have with each other, and how supportive y'all is of one another. December 13th.
Uh-oh.
Where did that friendship go? December 13th. Was it personal on December 13th?
Man, you know something, and it's not just December 13th. We're in the same district this year. So when coach was talking about Tip and how he liked the, guard and all that stuff, I was taking notes over here. So but I mean it's I think I take every game the same. Like I love my friends, I love my coaches, but when that game starts, it's about my guys, it's about my team. My kids they like to get into it sometimes with other people but it's just about my team. I love Coach Antbo and I'm proud of him and the things that he's doing over there at Davenport. But when it comes to game time, we'll shake it up, dap it up. But when they tip it up, it's just about my team.
So ain't no kicking it at the Falcons games and getting the pregame videos, taking the pictures. It ain't all of that.
No, sir.
Oh, do you call the dogs off if you up, Coach E, just because y'all friends, or do you make it ugly or give it somewhere to talk about? Because if it was me and Billy D, if I was coaching and I was coaching against Billy D, I ain't calling the dogs off. It's personal.
Hey, to that point before Coach Antbo take off, man. It was personal Friday night when Auburndale played Lake Well, Coach. They bombed us with about 15 seconds to go up 28-10. Did us dirty, boy. Did us dirty.
Coach, man, this the Madden era. The coaches that's coaching now grew up in the Madden era. They always trying to score.
Oh my God.
Oh, man. Coach, now, you got a reply? You gonna keep it corporate?
Oh no, I mean you guys were still talking, so but no, my reply. Well, I'll say this. I had a short tenure over, at Ridge, and we played Eric a couple times, and he blowed me out every game, and when they came over the Ridge, it wasn't but a few minutes left to go, and got lobbed it off the backboard and did some other stuff, man. It's really personal for me. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't want to take the high road in this particular case. I just want to keep it real. no, let me quit, man. We have a great relationship. You already know it. My answer is pretty similar to his. When it comes to locking up and having to play, your mindset goes directly towards what's in the best interest of your program. So my mindset is on my kids, and and I want to win. We all do. But like I say, we've played against each other a couple times as when I was head coach, and we I'm just trying to compete. He whooped me up pretty good a couple times, and then when he shook my hand, he squeezed my hand real hard, and those things I'm going to remember, as we move forward. But no, it's all love, man. It's all love.
Okay. Well, that's kind of segue into the next question. Both of y'all are and Coach E jumped off. I guess he'll jump back in. Both of y'all in the same district, which means y'all in the same region. Wasn't that way last year. Coach E, I know you kind of got I want to speak for you. I can imagine. I know that when we spoke, you had a kind of sour taste in your mouth how the season ended last year. You have added pieces from what you had last year. Both of y'all speak on how you feel about the district. And I know both you guys are research type guys, so I know you've already looked at how the region looks, just kind of projecting ahead. I know we start in preseason tomorrow, but it's never too early to start looking ahead. How do you all feel about your district and your region as we get ready to get started tomorrow?
Man, I tell you, man, I think from top to bottom, the district is going to be a lot better than it was last year. I mean, we were okay, and then we had Jones, who was really good, but Lake Region is much improved. Lake Wells is going to be better. I don't know what's going on at Gateway, but I mean, they usually have a pretty feisty team. So I just think that trying to strengthen your schedule and win games is so important during the regular season, man. And I'm not gonna lie, I really love the way they do things now, man. With the strength of schedule thing. Last year we played to our last game before the cutoff. That last game got us the 2 slot instead of the 3 slot, which kept us at home, which was a big game for us. So just being able to schedule the way we schedule and try to go out and play some really tough competition and win games and it's just time to make that next step, the next move. I mean, there was a very sour taste in my mouth the way the season finished last year, but it was the game was kind of how the season went. The last 2-3 minutes of every game, we tend to fold, but we do have a little more help in certain positions that I know will help us out and help us along the way when it comes to those last 2 minutes of ball games this year. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, I echo some of those sentiments. The district just looks tough. I mean, we're looking at Jones, who wanted, ended up, defeating Arbondale last year in the playoffs, and then I think they bring back like 90% of their roster. Arbondale is always traditionally tough and perennial playoff attendees. Got the big man back in the middle. He's back in the saddle. So that's Gateway has been doing pretty solid on their side. Lake Region, like you said, is much improved. So it's going to be a dogfight. I mean, it's going to be a dogfight. You know, in year 2, we tried to bump up our strength of schedule a little bit. You know, I knew we would probably be a little bit better year 2 because the kids would be a little bit more acclimated to how we like to do things. So we tried to push in that direction to a certain degree and then get a good, really, really good summer in, a lot of camps and things of that nature. So we got our own tip off on Tuesday. We'll go Tuesday and Thursday at our place, and Gateway will be coming over coincidentally. So we'll get a chance to look at them. We don't get a chance to play them during the regular season, but they'll be over. So we're looking forward to it. I too, like Eric said, I've always been in favor of, you know, improving the ranking systems and trying to make things a little bit, you know, more streamlined as far as from a competitive standpoint, because you just have a lot of apples to apples and oranges type stuff, and you got these schools over here, they can pump people in from California, they can fly people in, they can do this, they can do that, and you know, still some of that stuff is going on, but I like how it's kind of being separated a little bit. Football is a little bit more ahead of us, you know, with the divisions that they have as far as suburban and metro and things of that nature. Hopefully basketball will kind of, in my opinion, I would like to see it kind of follow football a little bit so we can kind of even things out a little bit. Not whining or complaining or anything like that, but I would like to see, you know, something like that for basketball. But yeah, we're excited about the district, the region, and we're just looking forward to the challenge.
Coach, you kind of segue right into the next question. I know both of you all are football guys, so I was going to ask you both, what's your thoughts on how football is set up, and do you see that? Do you think that's, I don't want to say fair with football? Fair might not be the right word, but do you see that happening? You just said, Coach Amboy, that you would be in favor of it. Do you see basketball going that way, and do you think that is the way to go, or kind of how basketball is set up now? How you like it now, or would you be in favor of it moving to the suburban, urban type deal like football got set up for basketball at some point?
Yeah, I think I would like for it to. I would like to piggyback off what they're doing. To be honest with you, I just think if you just, I was reading an article somewhere. I don't know if it was the Orlando Sentinel or where, but they did some research on the football state champions, and I think they concluded that for a lot of the divisions, like the same 6 teams were winning in the state championship. Like it was just like taking turns. And if you just, I think we all understand how some of that work. No disrespect to any of the coaches out there, you know, all of them do good jobs. But I think we have enough sense to look at everything and have enough experience and years of looking at things to see is some programs, they are operating at a completely different level, not necessarily just because they're just so much more awesome than everybody. They're just the way they're set up and the way they operate and the way they can bring kids in. It's just not the same level playing field. And you can't legislate sports. I don't think you can legislate sports. Don't get me wrong. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You still got to coach it up. You still got to invest the time and make adjustments and all of those things. But I just think we've seen enough to know that, hey, and look at St. Thomas Aquinas, not just to throw a name out there, but just look at St. Thomas Aquinas and then look at Frostproof or something like that. Those programs are, come on, man, it's just not even close. It's night and day. in my opinion. So I would like to see it, go a little bit more towards what football is doing and trying to level the playing field to a certain degree.
Okay. Coach E, you want
Yeah,
to? Okay.
well, I kind of agree with some of the sentiments of what Coach Anthony is mentioning. I mean, when you think about some of these programs and the resources that they have compared to others who, I mean, they have great coaches, all of that stuff. Once you get to a point where they have some resources that many other schools, and I really kind of look at it this year from being on campus and seeing some of the things that I wish I had compared to other schools that I don't have. And like, in the era that we're in today, I mean, kids want to be seen. Kids want to play on a turf field, or kids want to be around guys, teams that have 10, 12 pros that come around and spend time with them, or where they know guys are going to school to big time universities year in, year out. Now, not the fact that other teams aren't, but as we know, one team might be talked about more than another. And so, so kids will make that jump. So I haven't really studied the whole 3S or 3B thing as much. So I don't really know too much about that. I do know I like the way that they do things now with the strength of schedule, but outside of that, like the whole transfer thing, I think a lot of that just has to do with resources.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna give you all both a chance, as much as you want. We know that sometimes coaches like to talk, and then sometimes coaches like to kind of keep it quiet. So both of you all speak on your teams, what people can expect, for as players, style of play, just to give folks a preview. I know both of you all toss it up this week, and then get your chance to talk about both of you all because you both host a tip-off class, so you can kind of speak on your tip-off classic as well. So much as you want to share about your team, much as you want to say about, players, style of play, whatever you want to give people a preview of what to expect from Arbordale and Davenport this year.
Well, I'll go first. Like you said, we do have a tip-off this week, and we're going to start on Tuesday. We'll go 6:30 and 8 p.m. Tuesday at 6:30, 8 p.m. on Thursday. We'll have Strawberry Crest coming over along with Gateway and Coach Simmons in Lake Region. So we're excited about that. And like I said, our guys are really prepared this summer, played a lot of games, got a lot of reps in, and we're excited about the season. We're motivated. We saw the 17 on the ranking. That got some juices flowing. And then when the 16 and the 15 and some of that other stuff came out, my kids really got a little hyped up.
I knew it was coming.
We're motivated on this end, and we're ready to go. And we're excited about our guys. We're small, but we're gonna play defense. We're gonna get after it. We're gonna push the tempo. So we're looking to take another step. It might not be a huge step, but I think we're going to be able to take a step forward, if you will. And like I say, we strengthen the schedule a little bit more, anticipating that we needed to do that if we're going to have any hopes of trying to compete and make it to the big dance at the end of the year. So, we have goals set, and we're looking forward to getting out there and competing and getting rid of that tag of that's that new school. All right, we're trying to get rid of that and just become Davenport. So we'll appreciate it, guys. We appreciate you again, inviting us on and making sure we were 17.
Oh man, this guy, man.
Coach E, well, one thing Polk, we consistent with, whether we want to do it or not, we do rankings, and one thing that we can be sure of is the fallout of the rankings is always the most interesting part of it. But anywho, Coach, I don't want to take away your time. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. No problem. We have a couple groups of kids that have been playing together for a while. Like this group of seniors. We got about 4 or 5 kids that have been playing together since about fourth, fifth grade, and then we have this 11th grade group, and you include Trey Jackson. They've been playing together for about 2 or 3 years, with different travel teams and stuff. So really, really good kids, great kids, but when it comes, especially when it comes to Polk County basketball, you can have great basketball players, but you need that toughness and that grit, and that takes you a long ways when you can, mix the two with good basketball talent and good toughness. So that's one thing that we've been working on top of just being in the gym, kids wanting to be in the gym. I've always told them if I'm on schedule, you got to be here. But if there's any extra time that you can put in, and since I've been on campus, man, I mean these kids are beating down the door, just wanting to get shots up or weight room time or conditioning, and it's just been really good, man. And I'm just hoping that all year long we can continue along that same line, man, and just really, really continue to push each other. We had our little blue and gold game last night, and I feel like they scored a whole bunch of points, which I didn't like. So it wasn't a whole bunch of defense, but the game was very competitive. I mean, they went at each other so much that I kind of had to talk to them a little bit during the game because we got a game on Monday. I don't want nobody to get hurt, but just the competition, the competition day in, day out at practice has been amazing, and I'm excited about it. Excited about our team, and we're just ready to put it out there and play against someone. Fall was really good, really really good opportunity to play the fall league without the big fella, to see what a different style of basketball looked like for us, and it was a lot of fun. So we'll continue along that same lines, even with the big man in the middle. So we're looking for good basketball and win a lot of games and hopefully get in the playoffs and make some noise.
Okay. So you want to speak on your tip off?
Yes, sir. So we'll have we got McKeel on tomorrow, Arbondale and McKeel. Then the 7:30 game will feature Lake Wells and Ridge, and then on Wednesday we'll have Ridge Community and Lake Wells and McKeel will play on Wednesday. That's 6 o'clock and 7:30. We'll play both 6 o'clock games.
Okay. All right. All right. So before we let you go, both of y'all go, any final thing, anything that you didn't speak on that you want folks to know, anything in general for the good of the cause, you got the floor to speak on. Once again, we appreciate y'all giving us some of your time. I know with games, especially with games this week, I know y'all got a lot of other stuff you could be doing, so we appreciate y'all giving us this time. So any final words or thoughts?
Yeah, I wanted to send a shout out to McGriff because I thought the event we had this Saturday, I just thought it was really good stuff, and we got a chance to, I guess you can say, break in, if you will, some new officials that's going to be in the area, and again, it gave us an opportunity to get another game in, right? So it was like a preseason type deal, and I was very happy that we got the invite, and I thought it was really, really good stuff, and hopefully we could continue to do that. I don't know, maybe add a second one, or continue to do the one that that we just did. Man, it was just really good stuff. So kudos to him and his program for organizing that. It was just really good stuff.
Yeah, same with both, man. When Coach McGriff sent out the email about the officials clinic, we jumped on it. I mean, I knew we had a busy day already on Saturday, but just an opportunity for the kids to play another game and play together, to kind of get the season off get the season started off right, man. It was good. I mean, but once again, I'm excited about Polk County basketball. I'm excited about Polk hoops and the kids getting the opportunity to perform and continue to put their names, their faces out there. Just once again, I thank you guys for all the hard work and time that you put in the show, and let's get it in.
Well, man, we appreciate both of you OGs stopping by, man, and giving us a little bit of your time. Y'all always welcome here at Polk Hoops. Without y'all, it wouldn't be us. We appreciate you, and good luck this week and all season long. And December 13th, man, that's gonna be fun, huh? The next chapter, I guess, huh? The next chapter.
We appreciate it, guys.
All right, man. Y'all be safe, man. We appreciate you.
On the 15th.
What'd you say?
I bet you they won't be going to no Magic game together on December 15th.
I don't know if y'all know we'll be at December 15th though, right?
Where you be?
So the schedule changed. We play Winter Haven December 15th and not December 1st or the 12th. So Auburndale at Winter Haven on the 15th.
Oh, yeah, that we definitely got to update that because that's big business in Polk County. Whenever Auburndale or Winter Haven play marbles, hopscotch, no matter. That's big business. Got to make sure we get them dates for that.
Yes,
hey, we appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be safe, man, and thank you for everything y'all do for the kids and for the county, man. We greatly appreciate it. I know the kids and the programs do as well. Thank y'all, man.
All right, man. Yeah,
all right.
Night.
All right, guys. Real quick before we finish up, Coach E does his alumni game every year, and for the first time this year, Winter Haven is doing one. I don't know if y'all are aware of that or not, but Winter Haven is doing their first alumni game this Thursday, and they got a lot of guys who've done a lot of good work in Winter Haven over the years. That's going to be participating. We'll post it on the page, but yeah, that should be a nice little event. To kind of go off what they both guys said yesterday, for you all that didn't know what they was talking about, yesterday there was a Lake Region officials basketball clinic, kind of preseason classic over at Bartow High School. There were 4 games. The first game, Davenport played Discovery. They won 66-60. Second game, Auburndale played Kathleen. They won 70-42. Third game, Victory played Bartow. Victory won 81-74. And the final game, Santa Fe played Winter Haven. Winter Haven won 68-55. So it was 4 games it was good. I mean, it was good action. They were over there. It was officials. It was whistles. It was game uniforms. So those 8 teams participated, and from all what we have gained, it seemed like it went well. Seemed like the kids showed up and they got some good work in. So shout out to the Lake Region Officials Association. Shout out to Coach McGriff for hosting. He never gonna take credit for it, so we give flowers. And shout out to Coach E, man. I don't know if y'all caught that Coach E was not there coaching the Auburndale high school team because he was at Auburndale Rec with over 400 kids starting his rec league. So Coach, when you think Auburndale, Florida, period, just Auburndale, after Tracy McGrady, Eric Robinson name, probably the next name come up. But shout out to Coach E for hosting 400 kids in the rec and giving them a chance to play, and he's been doing that for years. So want to give you your flowers on that, Coach E. So they want to take away and do that while we're on the show. I want you to have your time to talk about your team, but that's just major league. So shout out from Polk Hoops on that. So Coach, I know the week that was with you, Coach, you getting ready to toss it up for real. Any thoughts on well, I guess you're gonna toss it up for real. You toss it up for real this week. Any thoughts on your toss it up for real on the girls' side, and what what is it that you expect, or what are you looking forward to? What's one thing for both of y'all on this? What's one thing, or what's one question you got on the boys' side as the season starts? And maybe you don't have one. I'm just throwing it out there.
From the boys' side, I really want to see who's going to take that next step, coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been people knocking at the door for a while, you know what I'm saying? But who's going to take that next step? Toomer mentioned earlier that we could have 1, 2, possibly 3 teams make it to the White House. All right. So who's going to actually take that step and bust the door down and make it to the White House? Like we already said, we expect one team to be there. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to be that second or third team that actually make it? So I'm looking forward to this year because I think it's going to be very competitive in the county. But we really need them, you know, not only in the county. We need to have great showings outside the county. You know, like last year we struggled against Orange County. You know what I'm saying? This year we really want to make sure we counter punch, you know what I'm saying, and fight back. Not only with Orange County, with the rest of the state.
I like that. And I think we didn't do it last year. We didn't keep a record of us versus out of county. I think we're gonna do that this year just to have some reference. But I agree with you on that. We have opportunities to show well outside the county. I'm not sure. I see the question out there, will the tickets for the games this season be online? I'm not sure if you know that, Coach. Will they still be online like they have been?
They're still going to be online. It's according to the school. Most of them do them online and at the door.
Okay, that's actually a good question. But I'm interested to see how we do outside the county. Also, I mean, like you said, we've kind of just grandfathered one team to the Civic Center, and maybe it's because that team doesn't really have as much other county teams that they have to face. But after that, it kind of gets a little tricky and a little murky because you start beating up on each other again. But hopefully we'll get more than one team to the Civic Center. Kind of like we feel pretty good in football that we're going to have at least 2 teams that's going to make it to the championship and probably win it. In Lakeland and Lake Wales, it'll be nice to have multiple teams in the Civic Center this year. I mean, hopefully that can happen. So, but things start up next week. No, start tomorrow. Things start tomorrow.
Preseason.
I don't know if the only people we'll post on the page. I know Arbondale has their classic tomorrow. I think most people start like Tuesday. Wait, I know Woodhaven doesn't play till Friday. I think most people do. I'm not sure. I have to look at the schedule, but I think that Arbondale is the only one that's hosting tomorrow. So if you want to see some basketball starting tomorrow, you head over to Arbondale High School and support those young men, those 4 teams that'll be playing, going against each other. I might be missing something on that, but any final thoughts, PG? What you expecting? What's one question you got, or you just locked in for what you already, go for the week?
You're on mute.
I'm trying to go undefeated this week. That's the only thing I'm focused on.
Okay, so Kathleen is up tomorrow as well as
the hamburger. I might be able to buy y'all a good Angus burger after this weekend.
There it is.
So Kathleen up this tomorrow, hosting tomorrow. Arbondale's hosting tomorrow. And so we'll post them daily. We'll continue to post the teams once a day. We'll do 10 through 6 this week. We see that people watching. Shout out to Davenport. We'll do the players. We'll do 10 through 6 for the players. And then next week's show, we'll do the top 5 teams. We'll do the top 5 overall players. We'll do the all Polk Hoop teams, all the honor roll of the bill show. We'll do the preseason final reveal of all of the rankings and all of that stuff next week. And then we'll really be trash after that happens. We started, the trash starting to stink a little bit. It's starting to pile up. But after next Sunday, when we do the final release of everything, then yeah, we'll really be trash at that point. But until then, we'll keep rocking like we've been doing, man. So we appreciate y'all. Coach, you want to pub anything what y'all got this week? Or you?
No, bro, we off this week, so we got a whole week to get better.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We're looking forward to it.
Okay, so time to work.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Yes, we're doing the all Polk Hoops first, second, and third teams. We're gonna reveal them next week in the man cave. Yes, sir. Top 5 overall players in the man cave next week. Top 5 teams in the man cave next week. Polk preseason honor roll in the man cave next week. So we'll do the final reveal right in time for the season to start. And that's when we will officially be trash once we do all that. But but we consistent with it. So yes, sir, we're gonna release it next. We're gonna release it all next week. Yes, sir. So
what time you left Amp behind?
Man, you know what? That's why I jumped off. I wanted to change it. I know you had something to say. Coach Ampo probably told the kid not to say nothing to me because I ain't heard nothing all week about that little ranking. So,
oh man, I knew it was coming, Coach. I knew it was coming.
Man,
I knew it was coming.
You probably told him, no, don't say nothing, Mr. Washington. We're gonna prove them wrong.
Well, we don't hit at least one bulletin board. You know, we hit a couple of
and I'm fine with that. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love to motivate them. If that's what it's gonna take to motivate them to get to the next level, then that's what it is.
Yeah. Coach Higgins, it didn't come together like it did last year. Last year it was a kind of nice situation that things did not work in our favor this year. So hopefully we can do a postseason one, but we weren't able to do a preseason one this year like last year. So hopefully we can make it happen at the end. It's a good question though. So yeah, rankings, whatever the motivation to get you going, whatever, get you going in the gym, we here for it. So all right, man. Well, if our hearts and minds are clear, like they say in the Baptist church, y'all got any final words before we head out for the week, last week before the Thanksgiving break. Y'all be safe. Good luck to all the football teams that it's still football season. Y'all stay healthy and safe and continue to progress. And to all y'all that it is basketball season, good luck in the gym. It's basketball season in a couple places. Coach Smith, we got you, Coach Smith. We'll see maybe next week. I know you're a busy guy, so we kind of be respectful of your time. So maybe we can get you and Coach Shake in here to speak on some issues and some things, get off y'all chest. Maybe we'll get both of y'all in next week. See how y'all schedule is. We'll talk off the air. I'll text both of y'all when we jump off here in a minute. All right, so look like we got Lakeland and Lake Region on next week. At least that's what the chat say. So we'll verify it and we'll hey, you know how we are. We'll throw it up and let it do what it do. So all right, man. We appreciate y'all rocking with us as always, man. Y'all be safe till next Sunday, man. Good luck to all the teams this week getting started. I know y'all excited. Good luck to the kids. Good luck to the coaches, players, fans. Y'all have a great week, man. Great week in class. Great week on the court. Great week on the field. Until next time, Polk Hoops, we out. Y'all be safe.